Thank you very much.
I visit schools, I do author visits, that's why I'm here now, so I do author visits to schools. When I go to schools, the worst thing that can happen is the kids do wet play all day. So you lot have had wet play and ice creams. So I'm a little bit nervous, so you might start throwing things or like throwing up or fighting, so please no fighting. Anyway, yeah, so those of you who are old enough might remember the house mice. Hands up if you're old enough to remember the house mice. Yay! So, for the rest of you who don't remember the House Martins, we were a boy band. I'm thinking Take That meets One Direction. As you can tell, I was the looker of the band. I've had a tough one. Again, I asked myself why I'm here in front of all you real teachers when I'm not a teacher. I've come here to confess. That's why I'm here. Because when I first started out, I wanted to be a teacher. I actually went to university to become a teacher. I did a maths degree at Hull University. And the plan was to do a degree, then a PGCE, and then be a teacher. Is that still the way it works? Can you still do that? So I did that. But before I could be a teacher, I accidentally became a pop star. And when given a choice, I went for the pop star, which really annoyed my mum, who also was a teacher. And when I rang with the news and said, Mum, I've graduated, but I'm not going to be a teacher, we'll be a pop star instead, she was not at all happy. She was deeply unhappy. Right, so, normally at this stage, I say I'm talking to a bunch of kids, and I say, who wants to sing a song? Yay! But I was on Twitter the other day. That's the reason I was here, actually, is I was on Twitter one night and I foolishly opened a bottle of beer. We've all done it, haven't we? I answered some Twitter things before I knew it, I agreed to come here. But I was on Twitter the other night and there was someone called Pegasus Principal. Are they here today? Are they here? Where are they? Well, anyway, whoever it was, he said, oh, God, I hate going to conferences where you're forced to sing. Why are you forced singing? And I thought, I've done this. I travel the world with my ukulele. I do poems and songs and stories. And I've gone to all different countries, and kids have always, like you, when I said, do you want to sing a song? They've always said yes. And I thought, the first person who's ever said, I don't want to sing a song that's horrible, is a head teacher. So I was going to try and get, if he was here, if he put his hand up, I was going to try and get him to come out to the front. And we could show the true meaning of bullying. Right, forcing him to sing a song. Right, so you said you did want to hear a song, is that right? Yeah. Good, good. If not, this could be a very dull half hour. So, what was that? Sorry, I had my back turned. What was that about the beautiful South? I live in the beautiful South. Right. Before I came in, I'm really sorry to be the source of disappointment, but someone said, will I know any of the songs? I'd say, no, I write for kids these days. So they're all kiddie songs. So I'm sorry about that. I'll try that again. When I say I'm sorry for that, you'll go, oh. Try it again. So you won't recognise these songs. They're all kiddie songs. I'm sorry about that. Someone told me you were quite a harsh crowd, might be heckling. Apart from one, it's been alright so far. Right. So, since I stopped being a pop star, I got bored of that and I became a children's author. So I spent years writing kids' books and then doing kids' telly, and now I write for national newspapers now as well. So, it's very hard trying to explain to people what I do. Someone asked me up there, they said, what do you do now? And it's very hard. My wife asked me the same question on a regular basis. My children and my grandchildren asked me the same question. And recently I was upstairs in my office at home where I write, and the door opened and two of my granddaughters came. I've got 6 grandkids. They're in that difficult age between being born and moving out. And two of them came into my office. And they asked me the question that everyone in my family always asks, which is, what do you do, Grandad? What exactly is it you do? And I said, well, I write stories, I write poems, I write songs, I write TV shows, I write, that. And my older granddad said, so, basically you spend your whole life making things up. I said, yeah, that's what I do. I make stuff up, I talk rubbish, and people pay me. She went, Grandad, you know there's another word for making things up. It's called telling. Oh, that was like being at church. It's called telling lies. It's called telling. Yeah, so I thought, oh, that is quite good. Yeah, I tell dirty, filthy lies. I said, yeah, that's what I do for a job. I tell dirty, filthy lies. And she did that classic 12-year-old thing where she folded her arms and said, well, Grandad, I think you should be ashamed of yourself. Sort of stormed out. We gave an idea, so I wrote a song called Dirty, Filthy Lies. Do you want to hear it?
Yes!
Oh, you are good. I'm just waiting for the sugar. This is the sugar rush moment. In 5 minutes you'll be asleep. It'll be fantastic. Just tiptoe out and like... I'll say, all open your books and do some silent reading. And if you've got pencils, you can colour in.
Mindfulness it's called now.
Oh, I know. I have been in schools. Seriously, teachers, I think I get away with doing very little. I go to schools and the kids are totally silent in the classroom and walk in. And the teachers say, oh yes, they're doing mindfulness colouring in. And there's going to be classical music playing. I think, this is a nice job. Right. Guys, like this. You just listen right first. Just listen. I love telling stories. Think that I know why. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. I love telling stories. Think that I know why. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. They're lies. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. That's the easy bit. Now, in future, whenever I sing all my favourite stories are, you've got to sing dirty, filthy. Well done. By the way, you may have noticed that I sound as rough as a badger's arm. I feel that way too, and the reason for that is that at the moment I have a mild case of yellow fever. Do you think that's true? Thumbs up for true, thumbs down. It's a dirty lie. Come on, thumbs down for a dirty filthy lie. Thumbs up, true. Fake news. Thumbs away. Who was that boy? Take him outside. Thrash him. How dare you? You're right, it was Twitter that got me into this mess. But actually, it's true. It's actually true, people. I went a couple of days ago, because as I said, I now travel the world doing this. So next one I'm going to China, then after that Uzbekistan. Okay, no, let's do the okay, ready? Next month it's China. Woo! After that it's Uzbekistan. Woo! I don't know where it is. My agent said, do you want to go? I said, yeah. And then a day later I thought, ooh, is there a war? Someone else from your mate said, oh, you know there's a dictatorship in Uzbekistan. And the bloke, the dictator, he boils people in oil. What? Yeah, I don't know if it's true. That might be more fake news. I'm too scared to look. It's true. I'm going there. Anyway, after that, I'm going to Africa. To go to Africa, where I'm going to Uganda, you have to have a yellow fever jab. Has anyone here had a yellow fever jab? Yeah, or okay, did you get ill with it?
I had horrendously tingly legs.
That in a good way. My friend, that was not a yellow fever jab. That is medical malpractice. If you had severely tickled legs, oh, doctor, I'm severely tickled legs. So yeah, so I went to the doctor guy, he gave me the jab. And then after he said, oh, by the way, you might need to get some painkillers. I was like, well, what? I had loads of jabs said, you're going to get basically like flu symptoms, you're going to get yellow fever. And I laughed at him. It's something like mainlining lemsip. I'm like, how do you know? It's horrendous. It's like having flu, but in like a very short period of time. It's really weird. I can thoroughly recommend it. If you're bored, get a yellow fever down. It's really comfortable. Right. Whenever I say all my favourite stories are, you say, dirty, filthy, lies. You are one of the quietest and best paid women. You can come again. I love telling stories, think that I know why. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. Hesitant, but I like it. That's the actress sex in the picture. That's so nice to know children present. The worst thing is, because you all know this, I get kids up to help me sometimes. And they say things, you know what they're like. And I have to look at them like, oh yes. And then look over the heads of the children, the teachers. We're all thinking, oh, that's fine, I'm disgusting. But we can't laugh. Right, here we go again. I love telling stories, think that I know why. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. They're lies. All my favourite stories are dirty, filthy lies. It's really weird as well because you have different voices to children. If anyone's got a lighter, you can hold it up later. Here is a story. He's got one!